Hey guys, how you doing? It's Brioni Faith and coming to you as a video this week instead of a live stream. So obviously, you know, very upset about that, but the internet gods were just not with us this week. So not much we can do about it, but we're going to keep on with the show. And, you know, thank you so much to all of you who did actually come along. And, you know, obviously I miss you guys. I wish you were here with me right now, but we'll carry on with the show as planned. And yeah, just want to say that obviously we're going to be still giving away the album for one lucky person, and that's going to be going out at the end of the show. So still going to be going ahead with all of this, and you know, singing some songs for you guys and all of that. So yes, at this point I'd be giving some shout outs to all of you, but all I can do right now is give, you know, my love to all of you, and I love your support. Thank you so much for all of you that have shared and liked posts and being here for me and for the live stream. And you know, we'll be here, all plans going ahead. We'll be here next week anyway, so I look forward to catching up with you guys then. So for today, we're going to basically get on with some music and share a bit of dancing and singing and all of that with you. So really looking forward to that. And what I'm going to do is kind of do a song, then come back, share a bit more about a song that I'm going to be performing for you as well. Give you a bit more background and insight as we've been doing with the last live streams, and then obviously perform the song for you. So that's what this show is all about today. So very inspired to at least get a chance to share this with you guys, even if it's after the fact, but all the same. So the very first song we're going to be doing is Down For You, and I'm going to see you guys over there on stage in just a minute. All right, see you soon. What was once live, this is now a video, and this is Down For You. Can you feel what I want you to do?
Don't you know, baby, I'm down for you. Intoxicated by my thoughts of you. My heart's palpitating, body's anticipating. Can you feel me? I'm down for you. Will you let me have my way with you? My body's ready for you, so come inside. We could go together on this pony ride. Moonlight, my senses, losing all my defenses, living in my own secret fantasy. The pain and pleasure of this delightful craving. Can't hear my heart when my mind is racing. Can you feel me? I'm down for you. Will you let me have my way with you? My body's ready for you, so come inside. We go together on this pony ride. Pony ride. Come inside. Down for you. Down for you. Can you feel me? I'm down for you. Come inside. Come inside. Yeah. Down for you.
Okay, so that was Down for You. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, so now I'm going to move on to a bit of talking about Kiss Me, because Kiss Me is the next song that I'm going to perform for you guys. And yeah, just to share a little background and insight on that one, as we like to do. So Kiss Me was basically a song written really early on in the writing of my album, and it was written not that long after falling. And as I mentioned in one of the other streams when talking about falling, that was at a time where, I'd come out of a long-term relationship and, all these changes were sort of going on in my life. And so Kiss Me was kind of written in that time where I was just getting used to being on my own again. And, if any of you've come out of long-term relationships, it's kind of an adjustment to being on your own and, basically just not having that kind of, connection in your life for a while. But for me, it had changed from, my focus or anything like that being on a relationship to being about my music and being about connecting with my creativity and all of that sort of thing. So it was interesting sort of transitional time because Kiss Me, it came up, what was going on for me was like I noticed that, as you might do, you have like these sort of rebound feelings and you want to, you're sort of like longing for this attention or affection or that sort of thing from somebody. And it doesn't really matter who. It's just kind of like you might have a moving crush, that's kind of displaced or anything like that. But it's just that perception that somehow that element is missing in your life, which in truth it's not. But there is that perception, and that's where a lot of sort of rebound emotions and things like that come from. So the interesting thing about Kiss Me was that it was almost like my own therapy in going through this transition, because I was aware that there was this part of me that was longing for someone or, someone to kind of fill this gap that I perceived was there in my life. But at the same time, I'm knowing from a place of higher wisdom and, everything I've studied, everything I've learned, I know that that's not true. And that what I'm really looking for is what's within myself. So the song in itself is really about that longing for someone that you can't be with, but, you're having all these feelings like you're longing for that attention and all that kind of thing. And the beauty of the song is that it transitions in the bridge and it goes from that longing for someone to finding that within yourself. And so the bridge of the song is all this sort of now you're here, and really what that's referring to is yourself and that connection with yourself, your soul, your higher mind, whatever you like to call it. And it is that sense of unconditional love that you get from yourself, and it's interesting, like to come back to the sort of human behavior side of it, as I always tend to like to do. What I've learned is that really when we infatuate with somebody or anything like that, it's really traits that we see in them that we haven't actually owned within ourselves. So whatever the infatuation is, whatever the attraction is in the beginning, in that sort of initial stage, it's really more about owning and loving that aspect of yourself. So that's what really Kiss Me is about. So it's that's kind of searching for something, realizing that it's within yourself, and in a sense it's like that celebration of actually finding that. And it's really beautiful, like the original mix of Kiss Me has a very last verse. And that particular verse sort of sums it all up, where it's basically saying, the love that I was searching for, I found only when my feet would touch the ground. And so it's saying, when I'm grounded, when I came back to myself, that's when I found the love that I was searching for, which is really self-love. It's all we're looking for, I gotta say. But anyway, so that's the essence of the song. And also I got to tell you, with the 7 free songs, which I really hope that you might take advantage of, there's going to be a link in the description there. They have a link to a version of Kiss Me which hasn't been released anywhere else. It's called the Kiss Me Reprise, and that particular one really plays on that essence of those lyrics, that's in there. And it's it was here in me is kind of the essence of that song. So I love that one and totally want you to have it. So please get yourself the 7 free songs and you'll get a copy of that. And also on the Kiss Me release, there's the Carl Ford remix, which really encapsulates the whole lyrical content of that, and that has that last part in there as well. So definitely check those ones out. obviously I love the song. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of a cute, fun song to sing. So looking forward to sharing that with you guys in just a minute. But yes, I just want to say, I guess Kiss Me is kind of like, for me, a celebration of love in its truest sense. You know, it's about that feeling of being totally and completely loved and accepted by yourself. So that's what it's all about. I think that's what we're looking for in life. And yeah, so let's have a little bit of love for you guys, sharing that with you today. And I will see you on stage in just a moment. Alright, this is a bit of Kiss Me for you guys. And I'm going to dedicate this one to the romantics here tonight, because why not? You guys, we're all a little bit romantic sometimes, but as we know, what we're really looking for is within ourselves. This is Kiss Me.
I've been waiting here so long, wondering what's been going on inside your mind. And I've been thinking about you, about the things I'm gonna do when I make you mine. To feel from you is deep inside me, yeah, it's true. It's beautiful. And still I stand here waiting for you, waiting for the day my dreams come true. When will you be mine? 'Cause I want you.
Alright, so that was Kiss Me, and really enjoy sharing that with you guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, basically on with the show. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is sharing a bit about Oblivion with you. Oblivion is the next song that I'm going to be sharing with you guys, and I've got to tell you that I absolutely love this version that I'm going to be singing for you, because it's just it's a crazy kind of blend of 4 different versions. When we did the release for Oblivion, it was partly a remix competition as well, and there were again just amazing remixes that came back from this, and Mira did one that was just brilliant. It was absolutely standout, and we also had some amazing ones from like Morrow Erickson and Solar Point and so forth, and of course there's the Oblivion Industrial Mix. There's a whole bunch of mixes on there that are definitely worth checking out. And so what inspired me for like a live version to perform was actually to create a blend of literally 4 of these different mixes, which is the original mix, Mira, Morrow, Solar Point, all of this. And it is just, it kind of encapsulates the essence and the meaning of the song for me, which is also what I want to share a bit about with you. So essentially Oblivion was also written early on in the album. It's kind of in the space and time of, you know, Falling and Kiss Me and all of this. So there's a definite theme kind of running here. You'll pick up on this. But Oblivion is about that beginning of a relationship and infatuation, the whole honeymoon period, that kind of thing. And it's kind of like not based on any sort of personal experience at the time, but it's just more like a knowing and an understanding of what's the kind of the human behavior patterns that go on in this space. And yeah, so it's like any sort of honeymoon period. I mean, we all go through this at the beginning stages of anything like this. It's like you get so infatuated, so wrapped up in somebody else that you literally put them above yourself and you put them on this kind of pedestal. And what you're doing in that position is literally disempowering yourself. Although, you know, there's the counterbalance of that, all you're really focused on at that time is the high, and like the high of being with that person and all of the sort of great feelings that come with that. But there is this sort of underlying knowing that, you know, in universal law and gravity is, you know, things that we can't avoid. It's like, well, what goes up must come down. So Oblivion is about the high that you get when you're literally so wrapped up in somebody else that you can't even sort of see yourself anymore. You know, it's all about them. And there's also that sort of inner turmoil where you know that the fall is coming. You know, it's just it's inevitable. You know, it's kind of like when you sort of hear people talking about a relationship in the beginning stages and they're like, oh, I don't, you know, it was all amazing and it was all roses and everything was great, and then I don't know what happened. We started fighting and it was all, you know, suddenly things have changed and that person's changed, you know. It's like, no, they haven't changed. What's happened is life has to bring a balance back, and that is inevitable. You know, life is always going to be giving us balancing forces, and it's when we can see it, identify it, understand it, grow through it is the most important part as far as I'm concerned. It's like embracing the challenges and growing. And so obviously any relationships that survive do have to go through that challenge phase and do have to kind of come out the other side of it. And, you know, that's part of the beauty and the growth and all of that sort of thing. But coming back to Oblivion, you know, it is really about that high and that infatuation, that sense of almost losing yourself. But at the same time, yeah, there's that sort of inner turmoil and, you know, it's like, you've got me, you know, you've got me, and I kind of need to take that back. But at the same time, I'm enjoying the ride. So that is what Oblivion is all about, and really, really looking forward to sharing this one with you guys. So I'm going to see you on stage in a moment for some Oblivion. See you soon.
Baby, I can feel you coming around, coming down. I want to be there by your side. Take this ride. Yeah. You are my universe. Only you can bring me back to earth. Only you. Into the sky I'm flying. Into the sky I'm flying. To the sky I'm flying.
All right, so that was Oblivion. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Obviously, I love performing that song, and yeah, lovely to share that with you today, even if it's after the fact and all of that. So that's okay. So we're at that time now that it is giveaway time. So what we're all playing for is the album, and we are obviously giving away a double album signed, sent to you, and all that sort of exciting stuff. So we still have the blue bowl. Ding, 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 ding. And I accidentally kicked it the other day, so it's got a bit of a crack in it. And haha, here we go. Christine! Excellent. Christine, you won. Very exciting. Christy, so excited that you won this today. So going to be sending you out a double album. All right. Thank you so much for all of your support, all of you guys. Christy's been a supporter for some time, so I'm quite excited about that. All right. So if you didn't have any luck this week, be sure to stay tuned, check in for next week on the Facebook page, because obviously every week there's something going on. And, you know, today we had to have a backup plan, but, you know, no matter what, I'm here for you guys, and I want to keep this happening and keep it coming to you live as much as we possibly can. And a bit of an exception to the rule today, so that's just the nature of technology and what we're dealing with all the time. So that being said, we've got another stream obviously coming up next week, just a normal sort of hangout thing, and for the next couple of weeks. And then the date was February 12th for the next live performance. So we're going to be going for that and actually doing all of this for you guys live. So please look on that date, and remember to subscribe, stay up to date, tick that little bell kind of thing, and then you'll definitely get notified when that's happening. So basically, yeah, I just want to you know, say again, obviously thank you guys so much for all of your support and just for being here, even though it didn't happen today quite the way we planned. That's a, you know, I love your support. I love you guys very much, and just your support was amazing. So looking forward to hanging out with you guys again next week. I also want to give a shout out to my team over here, Brad and Marwa, because they are, like, you'll see them, they're the two guys in the Skyscrapers video in my control room. They're like literally the guys making this happen here. And, you know, there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes to do the sound, do the vision, all the lighting, everything that you see here today, you know, is basically a team of three of us. So my heartfelt gratitude to these guys, because they do a lot of work here and support me and the vision and all of that. So, you know, share some love for these guys too. And yes, you know, obviously today is what it is, and still happy to share all of this with you guys. And yeah, we will be catching up with you very, very soon. So bye for now. Love to you all, and a bientôt.